Hello, friends. It is Nomad Brad coming to you from my box truck. We're doing it again. Another Wednesday live broadcast. I hit the go live button, so it should be broadcasting out to you guys wherever you might be on the other end of the internet. Happy to have everybody here for this Wednesday evening. See, we got a lot of folks piled into the chat already having discussions, already talking about van stuff. People are excited. I see Diana Saylor in the chat. She says, hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. I hope so too. I hope you guys found some delicious turkey and mashed potatoes. I was staying at my dad's over Thanksgiving, and so I got invited to the neighbors' Thanksgiving feast, and it was so delicious. There were so many entrees and just different things. You know, all the traditional stuff: turkey, ham, potatoes, beets, the like the onion or the green beans with the onions on them, and then all kinds of other random stuff. It was so delicious. I ate two huge plates of food and absolutely enjoyed myself. So I hope you guys also had a good Thanksgiving. Super Dave in the chat, he was early on this one. Super Dave was in here like 2 hours early. He says, welcome all. I can't wait to see what's up for tonight's live stream. Appreciate it, Super Dave. Appreciate the enthusiasm. Donkey to Dawn is in the chat. I saw Donkey commented on my van for sale post. He says if it's still available in 8 months, he wants to buy it. I would love to sell it to you, Donkey, but I'm hoping it's going to sell sooner than 8 months. But if it doesn't, I'd be happy for you to have it, brother. See what else we got going on. Mark Money, in your next 17-foot box truck, are you going to go with the mini split or a rooftop AC, and why? That's a great question. So I wanted to tell you guys, for tonight's live stream, there's no official topic. So I have a lot of stuff to update you guys about, fill you in on what's coming. And if you guys have questions, anything at all, tonight's the night to ask it, because I'm open to anything. So I was fully intending to do a ride around on my e-bike and show you guys all the van life activity in San Diego, because it's popping off. There are so many vehicle dwellers here. It's crazy. So I was going to give you a little riding tour, but I forgot that it gets dark early. And by 4 o'clock, it was already like the sun was going down, and I was like, there's no way there's going to be any sunlight left by the live stream. So unfortunately, I'll probably have to hold off on that until summertime because by 6 o'clock it's dark outside. So anyway, that was my plan, was to do a little tour. But so we're just gonna hang in the van in the comfort of this beautiful home on wheels and just chat about van life. I see we got Polymath in the chat. Happy to see you here, Polymath. Welcome. Charlie Pepin is here. Hello, Charlie. Happy to see you got a new truck. I think Charlie got like a Silverado or something, looking fancy. Charlie's doing the truck and cargo trailer conversion. I like that setup. I thought about it a few times, you know, doing like a nice pickup that'd be super comfortable and cozy and ride smooth and then pull a trailer, but I just can't do it. It's just not for me. But I think he's gonna enjoy it. So I'm happy for you, Charlie. Congrats on the new truck. Shadow Reaper in the chat. He says, my favorite time of the week. I'm happy to hear that. Happy to hear it, Shadow Reaper. Tell me why. I'm curious. Shadow Reaper, why is this your favorite time? What do you look forward to here in the old Nomad Brad live stream? I mean, we got community. We got some cool people in the chat. We got some good topics. But tell me, Shadow Reaper, why it's your favorite time. I'm curious. We got Nomad King Gamer here. Hello, King. Happy to have you. King is the moderator. He is prepared to regulate if anybody gets out of hand. So keep it kind and positive, and King will not have to drop the hammer on you. Raymond Peters says, listening from Baja. It's a wonderful time to be in Baja. I have a few friends down there. It looks beautiful. It's definitely on my list to make Baja, Mexico. At some point, I don't know when, but one day I'll make it down. Probably in the next box truck. We got Sean here. What's up? Desert Runner Rick is here. Happy to have you, Rick. I installed for Rick a few weeks ago into his Nissan Frontier with a truck bed camper, like a cab camper, and yeah, it turned out pretty nice. Happy to have you here, Rick. Shadow Reaper says, any tips on potable water near PB or OB? Um, so Shadow Reaper, I always let's see. Let me think about this for a minute. Let me think about this. Potable water. Honestly, I just use the water spigots by the boat launch. Um, Now I don't drink my water that comes out of my tanks. I just use it for like washing dishes, washing my hands, brushing my teeth, and like I'm fine with that. Sometimes I drink it. If I run out of bottled water, then sometimes I drink it. I mean, it's fine. I think it's fine, but I don't know. You might not want to drink it like all the time. So yeah, I don't know about potable water. I'm not sure. Not sure about that. Um, I guess maybe if you went like to the RV park, they might have something, but I'm not sure about for free. Not sure. Robert says, I saw a stealth truck like yours for sale on Elko Craigslist recently. I believe it. They're out there. There's lots of them. Emily Rose, I'm van lifing in San Diego right now. Happy to hear it. San Diego is a beautiful spot. There's so many people. Right now, so much of the country is freezing cold. And so it's so nice to be here. And I can tell, like, when I look outside and see all the rigs here, it's because, like, in the summertime, there's so many beautiful places to go and explore. The Pacific Northwest, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado. There's so many spots, right? But then in the wintertime, like the amount of locations that are available, it really slims down. Basically, you have California, Arizona, Nevada, and Florida. That's pretty much it if you want good weather in the winter. So definitely all the nomads kind of like get, bunched together in the wintertime. But it's cool. It's a chance to meet people and have some community. In fact, last week was Van's Giving. I've never been, but it's like a Thanksgiving event for nomads out at Joshua Tree. And I was just looking at the photos on Instagram, and it looked absolutely amazing. There were so many people that turned out. I will definitely go next year. I was super busy this year with just um, projects, getting the van ready for sale. I couldn't peel away for it, but let's see. But it looked really good. There was a lot of people. Does this go full screen? I don't know what's happening here. Okay, I don't know. I can't find a photo of it. Anyway, it looked really good. If you're on Instagram or like TikTok or something, just type in Vans Giving, and it'll pop up. It looked really good. I'd recommend checking that out next time. I'm gonna make some notes here about these questions you guys are asking, and I'll go over them. Just give me a couple more minutes to check the chat, and then I'll start going over all your questions, and we'll just talk about being a nomad. Okay. So one question was air conditioning, mini split versus rooftop. I'll definitely cover that. Uh, would I consider a Suzu cab over box truck? You must be a new viewer because I have been talking about that like a madman on the last few live streams. So we will talk about that again. And I'll share some new information with you guys as far as my next build out goes. Okay. How are you heating water? I don't heat water. If I'm heating it like for cooking, I use the induction cooktop. I have a tea kettle that I can boil water in, but like out of the faucet, I have no hot water. I don't need it. I don't care. Like I have my water tanks inside the vehicle, so my tap water temperatures always stay consistent with the temperatures in the van. So The coldest it ever gets in here really is like maybe the high 50s, maybe. And so that's fine for me. I did have I had a girlfriend that I traveled with briefly a couple years ago in the last box truck, and we were in um, Arkansas in November, and it was pretty cold. And I mean, I had the diesel heater; it was fine. But my water tanks on that vehicle were outside under the rig. They never froze, but the water was really cold. And she was always not. I shouldn't say always complaining, but she was definitely uncomfortable having to wash her face in the sink with like I don't know, 30-degree water at at 9 o'clock at night. So she definitely let me know that she preferred warm water to wash her face, and she is also no longer in the van. So everything works itself out. Okay. Shadow Reaper says the positivity and the welcoming vibes to any new nomads. I appreciate it, Shadow Reaper. I am happy to welcome everybody that wants to be a nomad. I think it's a wonderful lifestyle, and there's so much freedom and so much less stress when you're not worried about money and rent and car payments and all that bananas. And you can relocate and you can live on the beach. It's a good time. Emily Rose says it's been nice and warm in San Diego. She left the freezing cold of Las Vegas. Yeah, I heard Vegas was really, really cold, which is interesting. Okay, let's look at. I'm going to write down another question here. Robert says, do you think there's any advantage to getting a stealth truck van versus a regular Class B? Since there are so many van. Okay, yeah. Do you need stealth? That's a good question. I'll answer that too. Okay, I think that's good. We got a lot of questions here. So I'm going to go ahead and cover that. John C. in the house. What's up, brother? Happy to see you here. Okay, I'm going to cover a couple quick things. I'm back in San Diego. I'm doing some solar installs. Previously, I was at my dad's in Yuma, Arizona. Got a bunch of stuff done on the van. The van is listed for sale, so I got all those projects done. The video tour filmed. The video is performing very, very well. My van tour video has only been out since Sunday, and it already has like 37,000 views, which is awesome. So the video is doing well. People like it, and I'm hoping that it will sell quickly. I would like to start my next box truck build in January. So I'm hoping my box truck will sell in a few weeks, and then within a few weeks, and then I can get a new one and start cranking it out. And it is, I think it's priced well. Donald Frazier says he saw a converted box truck for sale for $120,000. Mine is priced at half of that. I think my price is very, very reasonable. Some people will say it's expensive, but for some people it's just out of their budget, or they just don't understand. Most people that complain and say it's expensive just have no idea what the market is and what stuff's going for and how much time and money it takes to do one of these. So I think it's priced right, and I think it'll move. I am here in San Diego, and the main reason I came over was to do a solar install for Dr. Acer Chromebook. So you guys might remember him. He's been pretty active on the live streams on and off over the last couple months. And so he has the same box truck as me, a 12-foot box on a U-Haul E450. It looks identical, and he has just begun his conversion. And so he asked me if I would come over and do his or help him with his electrical, and I said absolutely. And so I drove a couple hours, and here I am. And today I spent the first day helping him get all of his electrical laid out, and it's going very smoothly. He's a really nice guy, super chill, laid back. He's like a computer guy, like a computer coding software guy. So pretty smart, pretty cool dude. So happy to help him out. And he's going to have a little mobile office set up in his box truck. I love it. I love to see more and more people moving into box trucks. I have a friend that does all kinds of conversions. He's done a lot of buses and shuttle buses in the past. And I noticed he's doing a lot more box trucks now for his clients. So I think in general, people are figuring out that a box truck is just a premium platform, and there's a lot of advantages to live in a box truck. Um, so that's what I was going to talk about today. I am using my new internet service. I've been trying it out for folks that were curious. I was previously using Nomad Internet, which I have been really happy with. I still have it. You guys remember this one? So this one uses the Verizon Internet network. It's been really reliable. It's small. It's portable. I like it a lot. But my free year with them ran out. And so I got another company reached out to me called Connect 10, and they offered me a free year of internet. So I decided to try it out, and it's been working really well. I'll show you guys what it looks like. So this is the router. So one thing I'll mention is it's a lot bigger, right? Like here's my Nomad, and then here's the Connect 10. It has all those crazy antennas on it. So it's not nearly as portable. Like with the Nomad, I would just put this in my backpack, and then I could go do live streams. I could do walk and talks with it. I could just go to a park and set it on a bench, and it was easy, right? With the Connect 10, it's not really the case. You pretty much have to have it like set up, stationary. And also this one, it came with a battery pack. There's no battery pack option for the Connect 10. So for mobility, I prefer Nomad. But what I do want to say is that I've been really impressed with the performance on Connect 10. And I'll share this with you guys really quick. So I'll run a speed test here. And so the cool thing about Connect 10 is it can use any carrier. It can use AT&T or T-Mobile or Verizon. And so right now in this parking lot in San Diego, it's on the T-Mobile network. I'm getting 73, 78, 79 megabits down. And I'm getting about 10, 11, 12 up. So that's pretty good. For a, like a hotspot that's based on cell data, that's pretty good. Speeds vary, and where I'm at right now isn't like, the best reception. I've got speeds over 200 when I was back in Yuma at my dad's, over 200 down and 30 up. But overall, it's been working well. I enjoy it. It's priced a little bit cheaper than Nomad. So if you guys are thinking about a mobile internet, then you might consider Connect 10. They don't pay me for it. I'm not an affiliate. They just gave me free internet for a year and said, try it out. That's it. No strings attached. So I'm just letting you guys know my experience with it. It's been a really good solution, and I like it. Okay, let's get rolling. Let's talk about some box truck stuff. The Camping Elks has a question come in. Please point the camera outside again. I just want to see it on more time. There's nothing to see outside. It's dark right now. Let me see what's going. Yeah, it's pitch black outside, and then I have lights on in here. So there's just a bunch of glare on the window. You literally can't see anything outside if I have the camera on. I was doing that earlier in the year when there was like actually sunlight at 6 o'clock, but right now there's not. I mean, you want to see this? I don't know what you want to see. I guess I can put it up in the corner. Urban camper. Yeah, it was. It was super sunny before. It's just, it gets dark early. We're in the peak of winter. So, unfortunately, there's just nothing to look at out the window. Okay. Where was that? We had a question. Urban camper. No. Who said it? Who was asking about the parking? Here we go. The Camping Elks. How long do you think San Diego will not enforce the parking rules? That's a good question. I have no idea. Everything keeps going back and forth. No one seems to have a straight answer. But right now, I can tell you there are so many rigs here. They're everywhere. And so, from what I can tell, They're not obviously giving out a bunch of tickets because I don't think all these people would be hanging out like this if they were all getting tickets. So I know they're still giving some tickets here and there, but I have no idea what the government's going to do. Okay, so let's move on to some questions. I'll put my camera up in the corner. Hold on. Oh, why did it freeze? There we go. Oh, let me move the TV. All right, there we go. Man, I am loving that TV. It is so stinking nice. Dustin says we're 3 weeks from solstice when the days get longer again. Awesome. Just 3 weeks away and then countdown to summertime, baby. Donald Frazier's asking about the voltage of my inverter. It's a 24-volt inverter, Donald. If you didn't watch last week's live stream, I did a whole hour and a half about inverters. I talked all about different voltages, models, all in one. So if you're curious at all, Donald, about inverters, watch the live stream from last week. Matt AK, I hear you, brother. This is the 16-inch MacBook Pro. I was debating because of the obvious cost difference, but I do so much video editing, and I need all the screen space I can get. If they made a 20-inch MacBook, I would buy it. So yeah, the 16 is awesome. I love it. Okay, let's talk about air conditioning really quick. Somebody asked about air conditioning. Am I going to do a mini split or a rooftop unit? And so I will do a mini split, and I'll do a mini split air conditioner for a couple reasons. The main thing to consider with air conditioning is that the whole goal of the air conditioner is to absorb heat from inside your home and then release the heat outside your home, right? That's what's happening. You're transferring heat from inside to outside. So the way the air conditioner does that is it absorbs heat with the indoor, basically it's a radiator that mounts up on the wall. That's the indoor portion. That's absorbing the heat from your house. It's pumping the heat outside through liquid refrigerant, and then it's releasing the heat into the atmosphere outside through the big outdoor radiator. That's all air conditioning is. We're absorbing and we're releasing heat. That's it. So the bigger of a radiator you have, the more surface area you have to absorb and release heat, the more efficient the air conditioner is going to be, the less energy it will need to do its job. A mini split is physically much, much larger than a rooftop air conditioner. And so no matter what rooftop air conditioner it is, no matter what voltage it is, it doesn't matter if it's a 12-volt AC or a 24-volt rooftop or a 120, they will never be as efficient as mini splits because of physics. The size of the radiators that eliminate the heat are limited. And so I will always do a mini split for that reason. And also a mini split is much quieter. So all the rooftop units, they're pretty loud when they're running. And the reason why is because the compressor, all air conditioners have a compressor, which is like a motorized pump. And that's what's pushing the heated refrigerant through your system. Like if you're in an RV and you hear the whining sound, it's like a mrrr. That's the compressor. And so in a rooftop unit, the compressor is sitting right on the roof of your vehicle, of your home, and there's an open hole with a fan that's blowing into your rig. That's why they're so loud. But a mini split, all that noise is outside the vehicle. So the only noise you hear inside, the only thing that's even moving is a very quiet DC fan that just like gently spins to circulate the air. So mini splits are extremely efficient and they're extremely quiet. And that's why I will always just use a mini split. Dre asks, do you use a DJI gimbal? I'll show you guys what I use for cameras. So for all my regular videos, I use a DJI Pocket 3. This thing is awesome. It's like a GoPro, but it has the camera is built into a gimbal. So, you know, when you're walking around and filming, it always stays smooth. Like there's no bumps. And this like what do they call that? It's like physical. It's like a physical stabilization rather than a digital stabilization. Like GoPros use a digital stabilization. The physical stabilization, which is the gimbal arm, is a lot better. It's more smooth and it looks more natural. So this is what I use for all my regular filmed, all my like vlogs and stuff. This guy. Another thing that's cool about this is it has a 1-inch sensor, which for anybody that doesn't know a lot about cameras, it just means it collects a lot of light, and so it works really good in low light situations. It does way better than even my iPhone. And then when I'm doing live streams, and this was a DJI. When I'm doing live streams, I have this DJI gimbal, which my smartphone clips into, and then you hold it like this, and then your smartphone's on top. And this works really well. It's basically the same feature as the other one, just it's a much bigger package. But if you look at them side by side, you can kind of see, right? It's like a similar design. They're both gimbals. So the difference is this thing's $500 just for the camera, you know, for this setup. This gimbal is only $100. So if you guys already have a smartphone and you want to make some videos, this is like the cheapest, easiest way to get really good quality footage. And it does some other cool stuff, like it has buttons on it that will like connect to your smartphone, so you can do like zoom and some other features within the app and stuff. So this is cool. It's a good unit. I enjoy it. Definitely recommend this if you guys are looking to get into making some videos. Okay, cameras away. Let's see what else we got going on. Xavier, OIS, optical image stabilization. Thank you, sir. I was thinking of IBIS, which is in-body image stabilization. But yeah, optical image stabilization, same thing. Let's look at the chat. Jake Peacock, what is the peak watts per hour of your mini split? Yeah, my mini split, well, the nameplate max is 800 watts. I don't think I've seen more than 700, like maybe low 700s. But either way, 800 watts. Let's see. Let me do some math here really quick. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's 700 watts ish. And now keep in mind, that's for a 12,000 BTU unit, right? So when you're comparing power ratings on air conditioners, you have to make sure it's apples for apples. So like if you look at like a 5,000 BTU rooftop, it's probably using less wattage. But 5,000 BTUs is less than half the capacity of a 12,000 BTU model. So that's something to keep in mind too. If you're comparing apples to apples, a rooftop style air conditioner is always going to be more power hungry. And even if it's the same power ratings, you're not going to get as much cooling just due to physics, the physical limitation of the radiators. Charlie Pepin, are you putting a shower in the new build? Yes, I am going to put a shower in the new build. And yes, I am going to do hot water. because in the next build, I really want to get out of the cities. I want to do some like out BLM camping. I want to go up to like Montana and Idaho and just be like 10 days in the woods with only Starlink. And so in that type of situation, it'll be nice to have a shower. I'm going to do an electric water heater, not a tankless. I'm just going to do an electric tank water heater. Like they have like a 6 gallon, I think. And so my thought process is I'm still only going to shower once every, maybe 4 days. I'm not going to be doing daily showers. That's just not the situation for me. So if I do a shower every 3 or 4 days, it only takes, I asked my dad because he has an RV. He said it could take less than a half an hour to heat up, a 6 gallon, little water heater off 120 volts. And so for me, like it's not an issue to just once a week turn on the electric tank water heater, let it run for 30 minutes and then take a shower. Like that's not a big deal. I don't need a propane on demand endless shower. And so the reason I don't really want to do a tankless water heater is because I don't need hot water for the sink. And I don't want to have to carry propane if I don't have to. It's just one more fuel I have to buy and store and refill. And I like electric because every morning the sun rises and it gives me free energy. And so there's no cost, nothing to fill. And I'm going to do a lot of solar and a huge battery bank on the next build. And so I got to be able to put that juice to work. So we're going to do probably a 6 gallon tank water heater. Robert says my 9K BTU mini split maxes at less than 1 kW and then runs around 5 to 700 for heating. Yeah, that's something else to consider is like, my mini split, my 12,000 BTU units, the max I've seen is like the low sevens, but it doesn't run like that all the time. That's another advantage of the mini splits is they have what's called an inverter compressor. And so the compressor has multiple capacities. It can it can go slow and then ramp up to high capacity. And so like with my mini split and all these mini splits, once you've achieved the temperature you need, they drop down super low. And I've seen mine pull as few as like 110 watts, just like maintaining the fans. So all your rooftop air conditioners, they don't have the room and for all that stuff. They don't have inverter compressors. They're just single speed compressors. So they kick on, they blast you with cool air, they kick off, then they kick on again. It's just all day on, off, blast, blast. It's just not ideal. It's not that comfortable. It's not ideal. It's kind of intrusive. So the mini splits are much more comfortable. John C says, will you put the outside component of the mini split under the truck like Sir on Dave has with his? Yeah, so Sir on Dave does not really have he has a split system. It is a split in the sense that when they say split, they mean the unit is split up into two components, right? Like with the rooftop AC, it's all in one box. A mini split has the indoor portion and the separate portion separate, connected by refrigerant lines. Sir on Dave's is the same. It has an indoor unit and an outdoor unit separated by it's two separate components with refrigerant lines. But I don't know. I mean, it's not the same technology though. His is a lot smaller physically, and I don't know that he has an inverter compressor. What you really want is the inverter compressor, which is the variable output. And but again, Sir on Dave's, his unit doesn't keep up with his rig. When it's like 100 degrees out, his rig is not comfortable. He said that many times. So I'm not going to install a unit that Sir on Dave has that he admittedly says is not comfortable. I'm going to install exactly what I have, and I'm going to put it right on the back of my damn box truck. I think it's too tall to mount underneath, so it's just going to go on the back. I don't mind it. In fact, Dr. Acer Chromebook, he mounted his up really high. It's like up at the very top, like the top of his outdoor unit is like flush with the top of his roof. So I might experiment with putting mine maybe up high instead of down low. I don't know, but yeah, it's going right on the back door. For me, I'm all about like when it comes to like air conditioning and stuff. I want to be air. The whole point of air conditioning is to be comfortable. That's why we have air conditioning, so we're comfortable in our homes. So I'm not going to install air conditioning and have it be less comfortable because I think it looks better. That's just me personally. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to have it be the most comfortable. Okay, let's keep cruising down the chats. Keep bringing the questions. Beaumont says, "Did you put a soft start, easy start?" No. On mini splits, you don't need soft starts because they are DC powered compressors. Soft starts are for AC compressors. When AC compressors start, they kick on at high speed, they pull a ton of amps, and they can trip out gas generators. Mini splits have DC compressors. They start out at very low amps and they slowly ramp up to high capacity. You do not need a soft start with a mini split. That's another advantage. Thanks for reminding me. Mr. Win says, "I just finished my diesel heater installed. Only a 7-liter tank though, so maybe I'll pick up a yellow jerry can." Mr. Win, happy to hear you got a diesel heater. I'm not sure how big 7 liters is, but I have whatever tank I have that it came with. I think it's about a gallon, and then I have a separate 2.5 gallon tank. No, it's not 2.5. I think it's 1.5 gallons. Anyway, it lasts me a long time. Yeah, definitely get a secondary tank. You want to have a secondary tank anyway because then you keep your diesel heater tank in the rig, keep that filled up, and then when you go to the gas station, you just have your little portable can, and then you fill that up at the pump. Otherwise, you have to like, try to open the door and bring the gas nozzle inside. It's kind of a mess. I'll show you guys what I got. I got it right here. Nomad Brad's bringing the diesel. I know this is a gasoline can, by the way, not a diesel can. Nomad Brad's breaking all the rules. Don't tell the EPA. Don't tell the EPA I'm keeping diesel in a gas tank. Anyway, this is what I use. It's like, what does it say? It might just be 1 gallon. Oh, no, it's 2 gallons. Yeah, this is a 2-gallon tank. So I think the tank on my diesel heater is about a gallon because I have like the smaller all-in-one unit. And so between that and this, I have 3 gallons of diesel. And I only run if I'm going to run it, it's usually only for a few hours in the morning. I don't run it at night. My van is super well insulated, and honestly, just me, like my body heat combined with some lighting and like the TV and the laptop and the inverter creates a decent amount of heat. So just by like being awake and having some stuff powered on in the van, it stays pretty comfortable in here. So I don't run the heater at all at night. But I will run it in the morning sometimes. If I get up early and it's like cold, like below 50, I'll kick it on in the morning for a couple hours. That's about it. And so if I do that with 3 gallons of fuel, it'll last me like a whole week. Real Van Man says no shower. I feel you, bro. It's been almost 7 years I've been living in a vehicle with no shower. And I don't even mind it. I honestly don't. I always laugh when people make comments about I don't have a shower in my van. Like it's not. And I always ask people, like, do I smell? Just randomly, I'll ask people, can you smell me? Do I smell funky? Like, is there an odor? I've never had somebody tell me I stink. So I don't know what to tell you. Dre says, do you think your next big box truck will limit you or the places you'll go? That's a good question. Tiny bit. Dre has a 2.5-gallon water heater, 120 volts. Thanks for the input, Dre. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's what I'm just going to get a tank. I don't care. Tankless is cool. Don't get me wrong. Tankless is nice. I installed one in a shuttle bus. It's dope. But it doesn't get me excited. It doesn't get me going, baby. I just love using electric and free energy from the sun. I'm addicted to solar. Maria says, can you install a Chinese heater? Chinese diesel heater, I think you mean. Yeah. Yeah, Maria. Hello, Maria. Happy to see you. Maria is a sweet, sweet subscriber. She brought me steaks a couple months ago when I was hanging out on Fiesta Island. Yeah, if you don't have one yet, Maria, get an all-in-one diesel heater. I'll show you what to get. Like one of these, one of these, one of these. Where are we at? Like this. I don't know why there's only one review for that. That's strange. Let me type in Vivor. Huh. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, one of these. Oh wait, you can't see any of this. Hold on. Okay, one of these. This is the style I have in my van. It's super easy. Um, and I mean, I could help you with it, but basically, if you get this style, all you have to do is just screw it to the ground, connect it to the battery, and you have to drill two holes in the floor, one for the intake, one for the exhaust. But you don't have to build this like the traditional heaters. You have to assemble all the parts. It's a pain in the butt. These are super easy. It's only $100. So yeah, something like that would be a good choice for you. If you get something like that, I could install it for you. And if you want help or assistance or something, reach out. NomadBrad503 at gmail.com. I can help you out. Or you guys can call me. You guys can give me a ring. Let's see. I don't even know my own phone number. No, I don't give out my personal number, but my business number, my work number. I should know it, but I don't know it. Let's see here. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So if you go to my website, solarservice.com, there's a phone number up in the corner. So this phone number, it rings. Why can I not type in the chat? I just can't paste into the chat. That's weird. Okay. 512-270-8822. Did that go through? Yes. Okay, that is my work cell. That goes straight to my iPhone. So you guys can send me a text message or you can call that number. If I don't answer, leave a voicemail because if I'm working or doing other stuff, I don't answer it. But if you text me, voice call, or people calling right, don't call me right now. I'm on a live stream. I'm on a live stream. Anyway, if you guys want help with something business related, you want help with an install, or you have a question, or you want to know about a product or what inverter, whatever, you can reach me there. That's my business line. Okay. Yeah, Maria, if you call me there or text me there, I can help you out. Okay. Let's see what else we got going on. Go back to the chat. Somebody was asking about um if this next box, here we go, Dre. Do you think the next big box truck will limit the places you'll go? A tiny bit. So the box truck I have now, it's 21 feet bumper to bumper. I take it anywhere. I don't even think about it. I don't even think about when I pull in a driveway or go down a road. I don't even question whether or not I'll be able to turn around or get out. It always works. I always make it happen. It's perfect. Moving up in size, I'll have a little bit of restrictions. It depends what I get. Someone asked earlier about an NPR cab over. That's one of the main vehicles I'm considering. At this point, I'm basically considering an NPR cab over, or I am considering the new E450 with the 7.3 liter Godzilla engine. And I wasn't considering it before because it was out of my price range. But I found some crazy deals, like crazy stupid deals on these things. And so it actually might be in the budget. It might be in the budget. Well, let's see, where was I? Look at this. No, that's not it. It's similar. Let's see. Um, but yeah, so the thing is, I really. Oh wait, you guys can't see that. Hold on. Sorry guys, I'm on the wrong tab here. So anyway, basically, whatever new rig I get, it'll either be 23 feet bumper to bumper, or it's going to be, if I go with the Isuzu, it's 23 feet for a 16-foot box. If I go with the E450, it's going to be 25 feet bumper to bumper. So with the 25 foot, I'm going to have a lot, I'm going to have definitely more challenges. With a 23 foot, a little more challenge. So either way, yes, but everything's a trade-off, right? It's like I'm getting more space, I'll have room for more solar components. Um, but at the same time, I it'll be a little bit longer, so I'll be a little bit limited on places I can park. So I saw one earlier. I'll just show you this. This isn't exactly the one I was looking at, but I saw one that was almost similar to this. Get out of here. I guess you can see that. No, why can you guys not see this? What's happening? Hold on. I think it opened a new tab or something. The internet is trying to kill me here. Give me a second. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Okay. So, I found this 2021 E450, which the thing I like about this is it has a 7.3 liter gas engine. So it's a bigger engine than this. It's gas, not diesel, but it's like 400 horsepower out of the box. It's a monster. And it actually has better fuel economy than this vehicle. This one, I get like 9 to 10. This guy is supposed to have like maybe 11 or 12 miles per gallon and a bigger engine. So I am considering this. Plus, it would be so nice to have a brand new, not brand new, but like cab. Like, let me see if there's a picture of the interior on this. Like, look at that. The steering wheel has all the buttons on it. It has cruise control. I mean, we're stepping into the 20th century, baby. Like just having like a brand newish updated interior would be super exciting. And so the one I was looking at was a 2021. It looked just like this, and it had 100 and it had like 120 something, like 125,000 miles. But the thing is, even if I get like an Isuzu NPR diesel, it's gonna have 100 something thousand miles, and it's all a trade off. But I'm considering this, so it's either gonna be this or an Isuzu box truck. But the price on this was only $20,000, which is like if I can sell my rig for 50, I could buy this for 20. That'd be okay with me. So that's what we're thinking about. Let's see what's happening. Sorry, Normal says, is van life basically legal in San Diego? It's not legal, but they look the other way a lot. Charlie Pepin coming in with the super chat. Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate you. Every dollar helps. 9 miles a gallon. Gas in San Diego is 4.25. I appreciate you, Charlie. That's going to help me out. Help put some fuel in the tank. Raymond Peters says, if you have an electric water heater, you can install a DC water heater element and run off a single solar panel. Okay, there we go. Solar powered heater element. Van Man says van life is a constitutional right. I agree with you, brother. I appreciate that. Robert says, I like Nomad RV design of having the shower at the entrance. Yeah, I definitely like that where you step through the shower. I actually have a very special shower planned for you guys on this next build. It's going to be mind-blowing. It's going to be a multi-purpose shower. I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm just going to wait until it's time to build it out and just show you guys what I'm thinking. But it's going to be badass. I'll do a whole video on it. It's going to get people excited. So yeah, however you look at it, it sucks when your living space is so limited and you're giving up like a 3-foot by 2-foot section of your home for something you're only going to use, for 15 minutes every 3 days. Like the math just doesn't pencil out, right? So that's why like I've fought a shower for so long. You're giving up so much space for barely any use time. So, but with this new design, it's going to be multi-purpose, so no space will be wasted. All right, throat's feeling a little dry. The regular water ain't cutting it. I had to go for a coconut water. This is my favorite. Boost up the hydration. Let's go. Sorry, Normal says, I was asking because I'm leaving next week for Arizona and would be fine living in a parking lot in San Diego if it was okay. Let me tell you what. I was just in Arizona. Arizona is probably the easiest state to live in a van in the country. It's so easy. A large portion of Arizona's economy is from snowbirds. That's people that travel to Arizona for the winter and because their summer homes have snow and crappy weather. So Arizona is very friendly to vehicle dwellers. So I love Arizona. San Diego's cool, but it's not as easy. It's a little like there's a lot of traffic. It's a little, higher energy. It depends what you want. Like if you want city vibes and you want like the hustle and the bustle and you want, events going on and comedy shows and music performances, San Diego's a good spot. But if you're trying to just kind of like, do your own thing and not be bothered, then I would say San Diego's not that good of a spot. You have to move around a lot. Let's see what's up. Sorry, Normal says could get away with it. Yeah, so the thing is, guys, with San Diego and tickets, it's just roll the dice. They still give out tickets. Not all the time, not everywhere, but they still give out tickets from time to time. I was walking today down, I'm at Ocean Beach, San Diego, and I was walking through a parking lot and I saw a Sprinter with a parking ticket under the window. And I looked at the ticket to see what it was for, and it said no parking 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. So they still, even though they passed that, that regulation thing, they're still giving tickets occasionally. So it's up to you. Will asks if I'm using Final Cut Pro or DaVinci Resolve. Neither. I use CapCut, baby. It's so easy. I used to use Premiere Pro, but CapCut is so easy. It's so much better. Everything is drag and drop. Everything's preloaded. Like the transitions, the titles, the overlays, it's all there. You just drag it. Versus like in Premiere Pro or Final Cut, you have to like make your own custom animation, transitions, and like mess with all this BS. It was taking me so much time to edit videos on Premiere Pro. I love CapCut. I'll never go back. And CapCut, I have the Pro version. It's only $10 a month. Premiere Pro is costing me $30 a month. Ray J says, "What about the EG4 solar mini split?" So yeah, EG4 makes a solar mini split, solar powered mini split. But here's the situation. So EG4, first of all, really good company. They make really good products. So here's how this works. This is the EG4 hybrid mini split. They call it hybrid because it can run off DC power from solar panels and it can run off regular 110 volt power. But here's the issue. You have to plug in your solar panels directly into the mini split. Okay. And then you have to still run 110 volts to your inverter if you're going to use it at all when the sun's not there, right? Which, like, when I was in Texas 2 summers ago, there was a lot of situations where It was hot in the evening and I had to run my mini split when there was no solar. But the problem with this is you have to have a dedicated solar panel that goes only into your mini split. And so on most vehicles, you don't have enough roof space to have a dedicated solar panel that you can just plug in only to the mini split, right? You want to capture all the solar energy you can. So I don't think it makes sense to do this on a vehicle. This is fine. This is designed for like warehouses and garages and houses where you have unlimited roof space and you can just throw up one solar panel to run your mini split. That's what this is really intended for. But in a vehicle, you need to capture, like, all your solar should be going into your battery bank. And then from your battery bank, you should be dictating where your energy goes. There's no benefit to intercepting your solar power at a mini split because anytime you're not using the mini split, all that solar is getting wasted. So I would not put one of these on a vehicle. Gaming with Ant-Man says, what's for dinner? I went to the farmer's market today and I actually ate out there. I treated myself. They had like a, what was it, Filipino place, and it was like a chicken kebab with rice and glass noodles. It was delicious. I also got this fresh baked sourdough loaf. I'm a big fan of sourdough. They just baked these today. So this is all going towards tomorrow's dinner. Tomorrow's dinner, I'm going to film for my video on Sunday. I'm going to cook some steak. I'm going to heat up this sourdough, eat it with some olive oil. And then also at the farmer's market, I got some little tomatoes, little heirloom tomatoes, and some hummus. So I'm going to have a pretty good dinner and some cucumbers. A pretty good dinner tomorrow night. And you guys can actually watch it on Sunday's video. Sorry, Normal says this is the last month I'm paying rent, and it's currently a blizzard in Michigan. Yeah, dude, get out of Michigan. It's beautiful in the summer, though. The Great Lakes are beautiful in the summer. But, I wouldn't want to be there in the winter. Jake Peacock says SEER rating of 28. Yeah, SEER ratings are good. That's the efficiency. But, again, I don't think it makes sense. It just makes sense because you're losing solar by having this thing being plugged in. You really don't want to mess with the EPA. Replace the nozzle with a free-flowing one and put a breather in it. Yeah, Matt AK. I hate all the, like, these new gas tanks that are out now with all the little, like, anti-spill and the vents inside. It's all trash. I hate it. I always, like, rip that shit out. Robert says, as long as you don't have another gas canister, it's all good. I had 2 and had a little gas. Yeah, exactly. I don't have a regular unleaded canister. I only have this one, so. Tankless electric is watts prohibitive. Yeah, you're right. Talking about water heaters, Jake Peacock, Zach Zoller, they put a tankless water heater on his 26-foot box truck, and he has the big EG4 inverter, like the monster. I don't even know the ratings on it, but that tankless electric water heater he got, it's a 230 volt heater, first of all, because he has a split phase inverter. But I'm trying to remember the watts. It was some ungodly amount. It was like 30,000 watts or something that it pulls, like insane numbers. I'm pretty sure volts, amps, watts. I'm pretty sure it's like maximum 30,000 watts or some crazy number. Yeah, it's way too much. Way too much. High Tech Handy says, have you tried the Mando deodorant? Oh, man. Curtis T in the chat. Another box truck dweller. He says, what's up, Nomad Brad? I just got to Oceanside in my '07 box. Gonna surf the harbor for a couple days. Going on 7 years without a shower, too. Hell yeah. Happy to hear it, man. 7 years, no shower club. Curtis T. I will be in San Diego for a couple weeks, then I'm heading back to Arizona. I really wouldn't even be here now, except that I came specifically to help Dr. Acer Chromebook with the electrical in his box truck. And then a couple other people reached out, and the whole thing snowballs, and now I have like 4 or 5 people that want my help, which I want to try to help everybody, but I got to get back over to Arizona. So I'll probably be here a couple weeks. Big Ups says, how long and how much time does your solar system last with most appliances on? I don't know what that... All I can say is that I live a life in this van and I never run out of power. That's all I can tell you. Like, I run the coffee maker in the morning. I cook breakfast and dinner on my induction cooktop. My fridge runs. I have a 47-inch TV. No, 42-inch. Yeah, 42-inch TV. A laptop, cameras, an air conditioner. I don't run out of power. So that's my answer. Just going through the chats really quick. F&A Vanlife in the chat. Wow, 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 wow. Hump day. Sure does. Happy to see you here, F&A. 130 people watching. I like it. The previous numbers for the live streams used to be around 70. Like, we would get highs of 70. So 130 is a big number. I appreciate it. Please hit the thumbs up if you guys are enjoying the live stream. I got to catch up. I'm so far behind in the chat. Vanlife DJ sent me a super chat. Thank you, Vanlife. He says, your streams are always very helpful. Greeting everyone from Florida. Thank you, Vanlife DJ. I appreciate you. I appreciate the super chat. Polymath says, with scheduled for contact the Nomad Brad business phone. I don't know. Polymath, if you want to talk about business, yeah, you can call my number. Okay, sorry, Normal says you aren't forced to register as a commercial vehicle if it's over 10K pounds. No. Well, here's the thing. This box truck was a commercial vehicle, but that all that means is the title is commercial vehicle, and you have to get commercial vehicle insurance, which I got. It was about like maybe $90 a month, but that was in Texas. Texas insurance is higher. But you're not restricted like to where you can drive. You don't have to stop at weigh stations or scales. So you don't have to deal with any of that stuff. It's just you have to have commercial insurance. Not a big deal though. I did that. But I just a couple weeks ago got this van registered as an RV, and now the title says motorhome, and I just got insurance on it 2 days ago as an RV, and it's only $64 a month. So very, very affordable to have RV insurance. Mr. Wynn has an 8-gallon solar shower. This dude is living the dream. 8 gallons of water. Woo! AJ's got the Pioneer 12K. Happy to hear you got the 12K, AJ. That's a good choice. The GVWR on this vehicle is 14,000 pounds. Someone asked about the URL for Nomadics. It's nomadics.biz. NOMADIX.BIZ. Hit it up. And I was going to tell you guys too, you know, another thing that I'm wanting to help everybody with, hold on, let me go back to the internet here, is the reason I did Nomadics is because I want to try to help empower you guys to do your own electrical. So the whole reason I created Nomadics was so that I could help guide you guys on what to get, how to install it, putting together parts, and sending it to you so you can DIY it. So the website's just getting broken in, but my goal is that I'll be able to basically have a, like a phone call or a video chat with you guys, talk about what your goals are, what you need, what you want, and then build a package and ship it to you so you can DIY it yourself. So if you guys want stuff, you need parts for your electrical, you want an inverter, you need fuses. If you need stuff and want stuff but you don't know what you need or want, then reach out to me and I will help you figure it out. And so on the Nomadics website right now, we have, some solar stuff, solar components, solar breaker. We're going to have inverters and batteries coming very soon within the next couple weeks. But, I'm here to help you guys get what's best for you. So even if it's a product I don't sell, like I'll tell you what you need and then tell you where to get it. This isn't like I'm only going to sell you the stuff that I can make money on. This is just, I want to help you guys get the best stuff. So even if you need stuff that I don't have on my website, like mini splits and stuff, I'm still going to help you guys out with that. So just feel free to reach out if you do need help. The easiest thing is if you send me an email. I know I just gave out my phone number, which is fine. That's my business line. But the nice thing about emails is I can look at it. I can, reread it. I can figure stuff out. It's kind of easier sometimes to just do email. But anyway, whatever. Call me, email me, whatever. I don't care. I'm here. I'll help you out. Okay, let's go back to the chat. I gotta go faster. You guys are doing a good job of just keeping it cranking. Let me breeze through this. Frankie says that shower sounds cool. Thank you, Frankie. It's going to be a badass shower. I'm excited to show you guys my plans. I'm hoping to sell this rig in a few weeks and start the new build in January. Jake says, what solar panels are good? I have no idea. Honestly, guys, I always get the super deal solar panels when I find them on Marketplace. But what I do, I'll show you guys really quick. Can you see this? Yes, you can. Okay. Here's my process for buying solar panels. Go to Marketplace, and I showed this last week, but I'll show you guys how to figure out if panels are any good or not. Okay. We're on Marketplace. We're going to look for solar panels. Okay. So what do we got? Here's some stuff. Q cells. What does it say? What's a good deal here? I like a 480 for 185 each. That's a little higher than I want to pay, but we're in San Diego. Okay, so let's take this for example. This is a Q-Cell 480 watt bifacial panel. So this is a panel. We don't know anything about it. I have no idea if this is good or not. So now this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Google. And I'm going to just paste that into Google. Q-Cells 480 watt bifacial. And I'm going to search. And I can see, now if we look at the search results, look. It's sold by a company called Infinite Energy. It's sold by a company called Solar Cells. It's sold by Eco something. It's sold by Solar Flexeron. So it's sold by NeoBits. So here's 5 websites that are selling it. So we know it's legit. The next thing that I'll probably do is click on one of these websites individually and see if they have reviews for that panel. Let's look. So these guys don't have any kind of ratings. How about these guys? Green Tech Renewables. I'll just type in review. So here's one on Will Prouse's, I think DIY solar power. I think this is Will Prouse's website. I'm pretty sure. So here's a guy that's testing them. So this is what I would do, guys. I just would go to Marketplace, find out what panels they're offering for cheap, and then I would just type it into Google and see if it has good reviews. And the odds are, if you're seeing it sold by like multiple, like regular online retailers, like this Q-Cell thing, I mean, there's like 5 different companies selling it. So in that case, I would say it's probably a legit panel, and I would buy it. So that's what I would say. I would just avoid any panel that you can't find it for sale on regular solar panel websites. John C says Brad just jumped up so fast like a cat owner hearing their cat cough up a fur ball. Oh my goodness. Mr. Wynn is heading to Quartzsite in 2 days across the country from Georgia. Heck yeah. Matt's going to go down to Quartzsite. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'll be in the area all winter. Hopefully doing my new build out. If it's rolling, you guys should come by and say hi. You can help me out. Hold up a piece of plywood for me. How much is the ticket? The tickets are like $50. The parking tickets in San Diego are about 50. Trekking 44 North says, what does your current truck weigh? It weighs just under 11,000 pounds. And the GVWR is 14. So I got about 3,000 pounds of wiggle room. High Tech Handy says, how much super chat money do we need to raise to get you to speak in your weekly videos? ASMR videos are reminding me of Japanese travel YouTubers that just use captions and ambient noise. Yeah, honestly, High Tech Handy, the reason I did, here's the thing. I've been making YouTube videos for 5 years. I've only seriously been making YouTube videos regularly, like as a business, for the last 2 years, where I've posted one video every week. And then as of last year, I started doing one live every week. So I have like 2 years of creating videos. And within that 2 years, my videos are always hit and miss. Some do well, some do terrible. I've never been able to hit consistency, which is hard because it takes a lot of time to to make a YouTube video every week. And if you don't make money at it, it's hard to justify to continue to do that. And so for like the last year, I've been trying different things to try to figure out which video I enjoy to make and people enjoy watching. And I finally landed on the new format of videos I do, the ASMR silent videos. I like to film them because I like to get, different creative shots, and I can focus on just the aesthetics of the shot and scenery and nature. And so for me, from like as a creator, I'm focused more on the visuals of the scene, and I'm not focused on talking to the camera and what am I going to say and all this other stuff that like gets in the way of me being able to film a cool video. So it's way more enjoyable for me to create these, and it's much easier to film them because I'm not having to say stuff and then like recut it and edit it and say something again, or worry about all that. And then it's easier to edit it because I'm just putting together a bunch of visuals into a timeline and then adding text. So I enjoy creating them. It's easier to edit. And if you look at the performance of my last 3 videos, in general, they've done better than most of my videos before that. So I feel like even though you might not like them, the general audience prefers them, and that's apparent in my statistics. So as long as they continue to perform well and I can get paid for the time that I invest in them, And as long as I enjoy doing them, they will continue. But that's why I do the live streams. I talk, we can ask questions, we'll keep it real here. FNA coming in with the statistics, 152, wah, wah, wah. I appreciate it. 152 folks hanging. Tim, Brad, what do you do if you have engine van issues? The first thing I do, usually if I have an engine or a van issue, is I start cursing. That's usually the first thing. I start cursing. And then the second thing is I have like these flashes in my mind of all the plans that I had and the things I was going to do just evaporating. So I start cursing, then I have these mental visuals of all my plans disappearing. And then the third thing I do is figure out if it's something I can fix myself, like when I blew out a tire on the freeway in Texas, I fixed that myself. And I figure out if I can't fix it myself, can I drive it to a mechanic? If I can, then I drive it to a mechanic. If not, then I call a tow truck. And then the next thing I figure out is, will the mechanic let me stay in my rig on his property, which I've done that before. And if not, I'm going to have to get a hotel. So those are all the things that go through my mind when I have van or engine issues. Real Van Man says Nomad Brad is the best in the West. I appreciate you, Real Van Man. I appreciate you. Sorry Normal says, when I got my 12-foot box, I tried to register with Progressive and they laughed at me and said it needed commercial insurance. Yeah. Yeah, you pretty much do need commercial insurance because the VIN, when they type the VIN, it'll pop up as commercial. 120 is a little high, but it depends on your history. If you've got tickets and stuff, then that might just be what it is. I was paying almost 100, and I haven't had a speeding ticket in probably 12 years. Like, I have zero record of any traffic violations, and I was paying $100 a month for only liability. And I'm a male, 39 years old, so I should be in like a pretty low insurance bracket. But you know, inflation, man, shit's expensive. But now that I got the RV, baby, RV insurance, $64 a month. All right, let's rip through these chats. Have you ever watched Chrome, Van City, Vanlife? Yeah, I sure have. I sure have. Chrome's a cool dude. Chrome went through the grind. He was putting out, back when Chrome started, he was doing like a video a day. He was a wild man. And that's how he got to where he's at right now. Because I remember I'd watch his videos and he would basically vlog, film a video during the day, and then at night, every night he would edit that video. Film a video, edit, film, edit. He did that. I think he said he did that for like over a year. And that's why he's got the audience he does. I mean, that's the cool thing about YouTube is if you put in the effort, you can have success. It's not like maybe, or I hope I get promoted, or I hope I get this job. Like, anybody can just start a YouTube channel and be consistent. Now, it has to be good, right? It has to be good quality and something people want to watch, obviously. But it's not that hard to have stuff that's decent quality with, you know, iPhones that are out and free video editing software. I mean, really anybody can just for free create a YouTube video. And so if you really want to do it and make money and live this life, whatever, you can do it. You just got to put in the time. Diana Saylor says, I'd like to learn how to start a channel, but I don't know what to do or even edit. Yeah, Diana, so you can edit on your smartphone. You don't even need anything fancy. You can download, there's a software called CapCut. I'll put it in the chat here, CapCut. You can get the free version. So I'll say this for anybody watching, anyone that wants to make videos, all you need is your smartphone. You don't have to buy anything. Use the smartphone you have. Download CapCut. It's a free editing app. You don't have to get the paid version. You can get the free version. Film your videos. Edit your videos on the phone. Upload the videos. It's literally free. It's free. Just instead of watching your shows or playing your games, not attacking anybody here, I'm just saying, instead of doing whatever you do with your free time, watching your shows, playing your games, doing whatever, you just edit your videos on your phone. It's like a job. And eventually you'll find success. And what's funny is YouTube actually has tons of videos on how to start a YouTube channel. So Diana, if you want to do that, I would recommend download CapCut on your smartphone and then watch YouTube videos on how to use CapCut, learn how to use it, and then think about what kind of videos you want to make. If you're going to make bus life videos, travel videos, watch some content of other people's or find content that you like and see, and then try to just make stuff like theirs. It's that simple. You don't have to like overthink it. You don't have to have like a brand new style. You can copy what's already successful. Just make it in your own flavor. MJ Carter says the ASMR style videos are enjoyable. Thanks for the info on researching panels. There is a guy that comes through Chicago sometimes selling them in bulk. I don't remember which kind. Yeah, exactly. And even if you're going to go buy them in person, just pull out your smartphone, Google the brand or the model. And if you see it pop up and there's 5 or 6 websites selling this panel, it's fine. It's going to be fine. Like you're not going to find a panel that's significantly underperforming if it's being sold by like regular solar manufacturers. The only place you're going to get scammed is on Amazon or eBay or Temu or some straight from China website, especially flexible panels. I still don't like flexible panels. In fact, I installed some for a client a couple weeks ago that were 200-watt panels. And she said the most she ever saw was like one time she got 300 watts out of what should be 400 watts. And then when I was with her, since she's been in Arizona, she never got more than 165 watts out of 200-watt panels. So I think there's some big scams going on with those flexible solar panels. I don't like them. Kofi Classic says, what is the best way to install split AC on an old Toyota Corolla? Oh my goodness. Honestly, if you're going to do an AC, I mean, I don't know if you're serious or joking, but what I would do is just get one of these. Get what Sir on Dave has. Well, he has the 24-volt version, but get one of these. These are like the smallest ones they make physically. Actually, that's a little bigger than Sir on Dave's even. But yeah, get one of these like vehicle, because it's 12 volts. So you'll have to beef up your electrical system a little bit, but it can run at 12 volts. You can mount it. I don't know where you're gonna mount it, on the roof, on the hatch, something. But yeah, get one of these, and they're way cheaper than a ductless mini split. Donald Frazier says, I'm wearing a Van City Vanlife shirt. I'm going to wait for Brad's next build and tease before I get his new merch. Thank you, Donald. I appreciate it. New merch will come with the new vehicle build. Absolutely. Matt AK says, I got lucky with my first video, few hundred subs and like 15,000 views. Good for you. But I don't post regularly, so no momentum after that. But anyone can get lucky. Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing, is YouTube does, when you're a new channel, YouTube does like help you, and they'll randomly throw your video into people's feeds. So anyone can can get it. I mean, Matt AK is a good story. First video, 15,000 views, few hundred subs. So the only thing stopping you is yourself, right? Just your it's a battle with your mind. You know, in your mind you'll think, "Oh, I'm boring. Oh, nobody wants to watch me. I don't have a story to tell. I don't know how to edit this video. I don't know how to use a smartphone. I don't know how to use YouTube. I don't have time to edit videos." There's 1,000 excuses, but if you just decide that you can and you're going to do it, then you can do it. Anyone can do it. Okay, I'm going to answer one last question, then I'm going to bounce. We've been going for an hour and a half, and I'm getting tired today. I worked this morning. It's been a long day. I got up at 7 a.m. today. I went for a walk on the beach. It was absolutely beautiful. Trekking 44 North says, what is the lowest temperature you'd consider safe for lithium iron LiFePO4 batteries? I don't know, man. I'm not like a battery expert here. I would just go off the manufacturer of the battery, whatever they recommend. I've seen all different ratings. And also they have self-heating lithium batteries. So if you guys are going to be somewhere where it's cold, you can just get self-heating batteries. LI Time has them. LI Time has a 200 amp hour 12 volt self-heating lithium battery with 100 amp BMS for $460. So if you're going to be in cold weather, just buy a self-heating lithium. Or worst case scenario, buy a lithium that has low temperature cutoff. So if you don't want to spend the money on self-heating, just buy low temperature cutoff. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so here's the Redodo. 12 volt, 280 amp hour LiFePO4. This one has low temperature cutoff protection. So it's not self-heating, but the BMS will shut the battery down if it's too cold to prevent damage. It says on this one, anything below 32 degrees. So these guys say anything below freezing, they cut it off. But honestly, if your battery is inside your vehicle, which most batteries and conversions are inside the vehicle, I can't imagine it being 32 degrees inside your vehicle. I mean, unless you're like storing it in the winter in Colorado. But usually if you're in the rig, because the thing is, you don't really need to use the battery if you're not in the rig. You're only using the battery if you're in there, but I guess the fridge might pull it. So yeah, you could need to use it when it's cold. Yeah, just get the self-heating version. Mr. Wynn says, I have the LI Time self-heaters. They trigger heating pads if charging below 20. There you go. There you go. That's the move. Okay, that's it for me, guys. I'm tired. I'm going to go lay down. I'm going to rest. I appreciate everybody for being here. I will be releasing a new video this Sunday. Tune in. It will go live at 5 p.m. Pacific. If you want to see me cook up my San Diego Farmers Market dinner and get a little tour of the farmers market and the beach and all the van life nomad activity down here. And then tune in next Wednesday for another live stream. Who knows what we'll be talking about. But we'll be here. We'll be keeping it positive, talking about box trucks, talking about van life, talking about air conditioning, whatever. That's it for me. Nomad Brad signing out. Have a good night, everyone. Peace.